Play fake, and Ingram-Dawkins is there again. And this time he got him. Nobody got in the way.
The Vikings, with their 5th-round selection, number 139 overall, select Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins, defensive end out of the University of Georgia. Now, this 6'4.5", 279-pound behemoth is strong, but will he play outside linebacker? Will he play interior? Well, let's take a look at the film and get a prediction as to where we're going to see Ingram-Dawkins this year. When I first turned on the film of Ingram-Dawkins, the first thing I noticed was power. And this play right here just epitomizes the kind of punch that this young man has. You're going to see he's in a 3 technique position, which is kind of where I expect him to play with the Vikings. He's trying to get reached by this offensive tackle. But look at this. For coaches, same foot, same shoulder. He's got that arm on the inside, that right foot in the ground. But watch the power with the hips and what happens. This is a full-grown man right here at offensive tackle that he takes to his knees, puts him on the ground, and still able to wrap with those long arms and make the tackle. That lineman still laying over here in misery. Ingram-Dawkins has some power. All right, you still don't believe me? All right, here we go. Florida. There he is, outside of the tackle. They're going to try to get him on a down block. He gets that arm again on the inside, pads low. Watch what he does with this offensive tackle. Basically, gets him on edge, throws him on the ground, comes off, long arms, makes the tackle. Again, this guy has some serious power. Now, anybody who's coached football preaches that the low man wins, and this is an absolutely perfect example of that. Watch this guard right here from the University of Florida. This is just a simple reach block to the outside. Well, we'll see what happens right here. Because as we get to the contact point, you watch Ingram-Dawkins. What is he? His pads are low. He's going to take this offensive lineman right down the middle. But watch the violence. Watch the head snap on 77. Boom! Stands that big man up, gets those arms off, and then comes off and makes the tackle. 43% of his tackles were in the opponent's backfield. It's crazy. Now for scouts, they want to see a guy do something like that, but they want to see him repeated. Well, here we are. Another game. A different opponent. Same type situation. Here it is, the reach block by the tackle. But what do we notice again? Pad level. He's 6'4.5", but yet his pads are way lower than this tackle. And it's not just stopping and holding his ground, using those long arms to create space. He's got that lineman on one leg, able to come off and make a tackle. This guy has power in those hips. Now in the NFL, a lot of times you'll see offenses try to block a tackle or defensive end with a tight end. It's laughable. It should never work. This is exactly what should happen, all right? So you're going to see Ingram-Dawkins right here, just inside shade of that tight end. And on a snap of this football, he's playing right into him, but he's getting in the backfield, right? Jackson Dart, Ole Miss. He's going to keep this football, but because of that separation and his ability to get in the backfield, now he's going to find the football, come in and make a big play deep in the red zone. You can't block this guy with a tight end. Now, I know this had Brian Flores smiling when he was watching the tape. He needs defensive linemen that can do what? That can move, run stunts. Watch Ingram-Dawkins on this play. He's lined up pretty much head up on the tackle, but he's not going to stay there. He's going to work his way underneath, get the leg underneath, get the rip. He's got his pads lower. He's ripping that arm through. Beautifully set up where he's going to collapse the backside of this play, gets underneath the puller, squares himself up, but this is the strength. One arm right here. This is a Division I running back, but with the one arm, he's able to get that guy around the waist and bring him to the ground. So he has the feet, the quickness, and there's that strength that keeps showing up. We know Flores likes to keep his guys on the move. Let's see it again here in this example. It's another spike stunt, but the play is going to run front side. Watch what he's able to do. He's able to redirect and get himself back in there, just like we saw on tape with Jonathan Allen. There's the spike, stays square, gets in the backfield, able to wrap up that running back and bring him down for yet another TFL. Now, size, strength, and speed are going to help you at defensive tackle, but you got to be smart too. And I think this shows you exactly what I mean, that he's pretty cagey as well. You're going to get a look here where he's coming underneath, and it's going to look like a run. But watch what happens once he realizes what's going on. The tight end's blocking down on him, but he can see right now that running back is not taking the handoff. This is a passing play. So what does he do? He puts that foot in the ground, spins out, finds the quarterback, and brings him to the ground. So he's a cagey rusher as well. So all this good lateral movement, what does it buy you? Well, watch what happens here when these offenses try to pass the football. You're going to see him here, defensive tackle. There he is, 93. Dare I say, a John Randall-esque type of a swim move. Gets that tackle to settle in. He has his arm out. Watch his arm over. Right there, boom. Gets the hand off him in the backfield for the quarterback sack. This guy's lateral mobility and arm movement and just technique is very, very good. Now, to be a good defensive lineman and get after the quarterback, sometimes you just need to be quick off the ball. Watch this play right here. Here he is at defensive tackle. He's just going to take a simple route underneath, but the offensive line, they're laid off the ball, can't even get there. He's already passed them in the backfield for an easy layup. But hey, it's not his fault he's fast off the football. Now, any rookie that shows up to training camp with all the height, weight, speed, strength that you need, that's just all potential. You got to realize it. And I think Ingram-Dawkins is going to. And this is why. This play right here proves to me that he is going to be very good at this next level. Now, how am I going to prove that? Well, watch this play right here. This is the fake handoff that we're getting, the fake reverse. The quarterback's going to keep it. He's not in this play right now. But watch him. Watch what happens. And watch his reaction once he sees that this is a keep, turns on the jets, gets himself downfield, and when he gets that football, he doesn't just make the tackle, he goes for the football. Players are taught this. Defensive linemen are taught when you are chasing a running back down, he doesn't see you, get your arm in there, tomahawk that football. He does exactly that, gets that football on the ground, and almost a huge play for Georgia. So for Ingram-Dawkins, he has the requisite height, weight, speed, strength, all those things. But with hustle like that, every single day in practice, after practice, in games, this kid's going to be something good.